It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all you need. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support at sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple and more, along with Deezer, Stitcher, and Breaker as well. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with a wonderful gentleman who was born and raised in San Jose, Costa Rica. He's toured with J.Lo, It's My Party Tour. He's also had some experience on YouTube with over 3 million views. And Re-Emplazo and Jugur All Amor. I hope I got that right. He also toured with the Jacksons, Alley Cats, Disney, David Foster, and more. He also appeared in Searching for Neverland, Dancing with the Stars, How to Rock, studied drums and percussion with some very influential parents. And, of course, his dad is nationally recognized drummer, and the mom sang with John Sebastian, Tito Puente, and Celia Cruz, and he's going to talk about that. But first, I'd like to introduce the next sensation in America, on the lines of being a Latin urban singer, songwriter, and a little bit of a dancer, and it's his party, the next best thing since J.Lo. Ladies and gentlemen, live from beautiful California, J.P. Castillo. J.P., good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
What's up, Mike? Thank you for having me, man.
Hey, anytime, J.P. So, you're born and raised in San Jose, Costa Rica. You toured with J.Lo, It's My Party, and you have some very influential parents. Your dad's a nationally recognized drummer. Your mom is sang with John Sebastian, Tito Puente, and Celia Cruz. And you also have a couple of singles out, which are really hitting the charts, and 3 million views on YouTube. You also toured with the Jacksons and more. And before we get into all that and some of your upcoming projects, tell us how you got started.
Man, yeah, appreciate that, man. That was quite the intro, man. I'm impressed. Jeez, thank you.
Well, that's our job, basically. It's just to make you feel at home. And after all, the show's about you.
I appreciate that. You must have a radio show or something.
Yes, I do. It's called The Mike Wagner Show. So that explains it, The Mike Wagner Show. It's in that only language. So go ahead and tell us how I got started here anyway. So
yeah, man, coming from a musical family, my parents musicians, like you mentioned, just grew up around it. My uncle is a violinist. My grandpa was a violinist. Both played in the symphony in Costa Rica. My uncle is like the concert master for the Costa Rican Symphony.
Oh, wow.
My dad, I'm on the classical side. My dad is more of a jazz drummer, Latin jazz. My mom's a salsa singer, and just kind of had a very eclectic, like all kind of influences from the family growing up around music, surrounded by music. And then when we migrated to California, grew up out here, and so a lot of my influences just from being, with my friends and in the community and stuff, a lot of R&B, a lot of the pop music and stuff that I grew up just obsessed, with Michael Jackson, and I loved Boyz II Men growing up, and just a lot of music. So for me, it was just like a regular thing to just come home from school from fifth grade and just have a bunch of musicians at the house rehearsing, and the living room's all torn apart, and amplifiers and instruments everywhere, and it was just like that was just a regular Tuesday, So for me, it was just it was a normal thing.
And I can imagine the household as well too. Do your homework and come jam with us.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, man, it was so regular, and and then my dad had he's always had his music studio. He loves sound engineering and producing and stuff, and so I just had not just countless like nights of just being in the studio with my parents. I would fall asleep, and it actually got boring. As a kid, for a kid, it was so like such an everyday thing that there was a time when I kind of decided, nah, I don't want to be a musician. This stuff is boring, or this is not the route I want to take. So I kind of took it for granted for a little while. But looking back, it was definitely just a good molding ground, and I was able to just absorb a lot without even knowing it.
Mm-hmm. And who are some of your other favorite artists, singers, and musicians you grew up back in the day as well, too, like with your uncle being classical and jazz, and your dad the same, and, of course, mom, pop, salsa, and everything else. Who are some of your other favorite artists that influence you?
Well, aside from Michael Jackson and the Jacksons, that was my biggest influence, musically. Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson, what they did, it always impacted me since I was a kid. I as a vocalist, like I listened to Stevie Wonder, Freddie Mercury, Luis Miguel, and my man, it's such a wide range. I love Marvin Gaye, like I said, Boyz II Men, growing up, Justin Timberlake, what he's done, and yeah, man, it's just a lot of good music. Those are some of the influences.
Mm-hmm. And of course, of all the the music that you grew up in Costa Rica, which ones you'd say would be your favorite, or what genre?
That's kind of, I've always leaned towards pop and R&B. That's kind of my thing. I mean, even as a kid, like I said, I think my first memory of being really, really impacted by someone other than my family was watching a Michael Jackson video when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was just like this powerful figure, like almost like a superhero or something, watching this music video, and I was like, man, what is this? This is amazing. And I just knew I loved it, and I was always just always lean towards the pop genre and very vocal music.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing, too. It also shows in a couple of the videos that you have out. We'll play one of them as well, too. I'll talk about your experience with touring with J.Lo and more. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page, Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here at Latin urban singer-songwriter J.P. Castillo, born and raised in San Jose, Costa Rica, with a very rich musical family as well, too. And we're going to talk about his experience touring with J-Lo's It's My Party. He also has a video out called Re-Emplazo. But right now we're going to sing about love with Jugur All Amor right here on the Mike Wagner Show. J.P. Castillo with one of the videos, 3 million views.
Yeah, ya nada de ti me impresiona, ey. Juegas con todos y los ilusionas, ey. Yeah, pero conmigo no te va a funcionar, no, no, no. Ese jueguito yo me lo inventé, yeah. Si quieres jugamos a amarnos, gozamos sin lastimarnos, pero mañana nos olvidamos y lo repetimos si nos encontramos. ¿Qué quieres? Si apareces de la nada y te vas de repente, baby. Solo mírame a la cara y dime qué se siente saber que yo estoy jugar tu juego. Solo dime si lo tomas, porque si no, hasta luego, baby. Si apareces de la nada y te vas de repente, baby. Solo mírame a la cara y dime qué se siente saber que yo estoy dispuesto a jugar tu juego. Solo dime si lo tomas, porque si no, hasta luego, baby. Podemos jugar toda la noche corrido y mañana me despido y me llamas cuando sientas que ya no aguanta y quieres conmigo y te saco los gemidos. Pero por favor de mí no te enamores, que ya no estoy para un mundo de colores. Ahora estoy viviendo momentos mejores, solito y sin compromiso, así que no me llores. ¿Qué quieres? Si apareces de la nada y te vas de repente, baby. Solo mírame a la cara y dime qué se siente saber que yo estoy dispuesto a jugar tu juego. Solo dime si lo tomas, porque si no, hasta luego, baby. Si apareces de la nada y te vas de repente, baby. Solo mírame a la cara y dime qué se siente saber que yo estoy dispuesto a jugar tu juego. Solo dime si lo tomas, porque si no, hasta luego, baby. Si quieres jugamos a amarnos, gozamos sin lastimarnos, pero mañana nos olvidamos y lo repetimos si nos encontramos. ¿Qué quieres? Si apareces de la nada y te vas de repente, baby. Mírame a la cara y dime qué se siente saber que yo estoy dispuesto a jugar tu juego. Solo dime si lo tomas, porque si no, hasta luego, baby. Te pareces de la nada, de repente, baby. Solo mírame a la cara y dime qué se siente saber que yo estoy dispuesto a jugar tu juego. Solo dime si lo tomas, porque si no, hasta luego, baby.
J.P. Castillo on the Mike Wagner Show, singing about love and doing a great job. Tell us more about the song and what inspired you to write that tune.
Well, you know, it's a song that talks about. It's more of a novel. You know, it's the story of you try to give somebody the best of yourself. You try to love somebody, and they don't appreciate it until they don't have you anymore, and now they get a real taste of what it's like to not have that, you know what I mean? And it's like the Jugur All Amor means playing at love. So it's almost like saying, you know, I gave you my love, I gave you my honest, true feelings, and all you wanted to do was just play around with my love. Mm-hmm. And so now that you don't have me, now that you see me with someone else, now you don't like it. You know? So that's what the song talks about. That's what the video kind of tries to show as well.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's really important as well too. And of course your big one, Re-Emplazo, which had about 2 million views. You can just tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write it.
Yeah, man, that was a collaboration as well with another great writer. His name is Henio Mutante. He's just another strong writer and artist that I've had the pleasure of collabing with. You know, he's working with some of the biggest names in the Latin music industry, and we worked on that song a couple years back. We actually worked on that as a project that was going to go to Enrique Iglesias.
Wow.
And Enrique loved the song. He was going to do it. There were some timing issues with him and having his I think it was his first child. Yeah, he recently had his first child.
Oh, wow! Congratulations.
Well, yeah. I mean, congratulations to Enrique. I think he's doing great, but he wasn't ready to really put any music out at that moment. So I didn't want the song to go to waste, and I really love the song. It was a kind of a different sound for me, because it's kind of a trap type of style. So I'm not a trap artist. It's not what I do, but it does have a lot of R&B kind of influences on it, and we made it melodic. We put kind of like my spin on it, and yeah, we're really proud of that project.
It sounds like you did a great job with it too, and you also toured with the very famous J-Lo as well too. It's My Party tour, and tell us all about that. And how'd you get involved with that tour?
Yeah, that was an incredible experience, touring with J-Lo, working so up close with her. You know, I'm a percussionist as well, and so I grew up primarily as a drummer. And so through some of those musical connections and relationships and stuff that I grew up with, I got the opportunity to go on tour with J-Lo, and I was opening up the show, performing the songs that we just talked about, Jugur All Amor, Re-Emplazo. And yeah, it was just an incredible experience to see her up close, doing her thing, learning from her, spending time with her team, and just really learning, man. Just she's an icon, you know, she's a legend, and it was, you know, it was an honor to have her, to gain her trust, to be able to, you know, share that stage with her and be out there with you know, sharing my music. She allowed me to basically open the doors to her audience, you know, and she really introduced me to a whole new audience, you know, and so I owe her for that, and I'm really thankful for that. It was a great experience.
Very nice. And what was it like, you know, being with J-Lo as a person as well, too?
Just like you see her on TV, you know, a lot of people they ask like, she's not that nice, she's not that cool. You know, they ask me, they're like, there's no way somebody could be that. And I'm like, yeah, man, she's just like you see her on TV, man. She's super sweet. She's really, really cool. She's hard worker. Like she's down to business. It's just everything about her just points to why she's so successful. When you get to meet her, when you get to work with her, you're left with no doubt as to why she's so successful, why her career has been so long, you know, how long she's been relevant and one of the biggest artists on the planet, in film, in TV, and in music, you know, even in fashion. And yeah, she's just a consummate professional, a nice person. We had a great time. She invited us to her birthday party. We just had a great time with her, celebrating, because the tour was to celebrate her 50th birthday.
Wow, and happy birthday to J-Lo. Oh, my gosh.
Right.
Wow.
We had an amazing time. It was an incredible night. Like, I'll never forget it. We had a great time. She had a great time. It was just, and the whole tour was basically that. It was just a good time.
Mm-hmm. And it makes me have a great time, and everybody as well, too. I'll talk more about your experience with the Jacksons, Alley Cats, being on Dancing with the Stars. Listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device and subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. We're here with Latin urban singer-songwriter J.P. Castillo. Growing up in Costa Rica, now living in California. We talked about his music and touring with J-Lo, It's My Party, and also toured with the Jacksons and Alley Cats, appearing on Dancing with Stars and more. And what was it like touring with the Jacksons?
Yeah, man, another one of those learning experiences for me. That was a dream come true. I'd never expected that. Like, it came out of nowhere. I just got a call all of a sudden, and it was a good friend of mine. And he was touring with them at the time as their drummer, and he called me. He's like, "Hey, man, Jackie Jackson from the Jacksons is gonna call you. I gave him your information." And I was like, "What? What do you? What?" It's like, what? I don't need, like, what do you do when you get, like, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of reaction am I supposed to have to that? And so I was just really in shock. And then I get this call. And I'm like, hello. And I just hear this voice like, "Hello, JP. "Hi, this is Jackie Jackson." And I was like, "Whoa, my God! Like, what is going on right now with my life?" And it was just great, man. They welcomed me into their group, their basically into the family, man. And it was, I've been with them on and off for a few years now, and it's just been an amazing experience to work with my idols. You know, I mean, these guys are not just icons of music, but I grew up, like I said, like watching them and Michael and even Janet, and it's a dream come true, and I never even thought that would happen. I mean, that was just an unexpected blessing.
It sounds like it's been a blessing with you working with the Jacksons, and you've toured the Jacksons, and just one question that just came to mind, you know, you're up close in person with the Jacksons. Who is probably your favorite Jackson to be with?
Oh man, it's like it's like saying what's your favorite song of all time, or like which name your favorite son, you know what I mean? Like pick your favorite child. You can't do that. I mean, these guys are my heroes, you know what I mean? Each one of them individually has really had a big impact on music, on me. I mean, so many stories as like, you know, from Randy to Jermaine to Marlon, Tito, Jackie, they, you know, as far as the brothers, they've all had an impact on their own music, on Motown, on even Michael's music. You know, in many different ways. They used to collaborate together even after they weren't touring together anymore. Michael always remained close. They remained close, and so many things that were ideas or musical arrangements or things like that are attributed to the brothers, you know. And I mean, I respect all of them. It's just they all have their own kind of thing, you know, that they're just amazing. And each one of them, one of the things that was really impressive when I first started working with them is just seeing how they know their music and how they understand what it is, you know what I mean? They just have an understanding of music that was very like enlightening for me, just to see that, to kind of know that's where I need to be, and the understanding of what makes their music great. It's just really, really cool. I mean, because they're musicians, you know, the people that they bring on board are you know, great musicians, people that are very professional, and they just have an ear that's just tuned to another level, and it's really awesome to be around that.
It sounds like it as well too. You also appeared on Dancing with the Stars as well too, and tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was my first. I think that was that my first. I think that was probably my first major like television experience. And it's you got to be on your toes. I mean, you got to be ready for whatever. I got to work with a lot of. I got to work with Mickey Mouse, you know what I mean, on Dancing with the Stars. You can't get better than that. I got to work with some amazing people. I got to sing some cool stuff on there. Got to learn about the professionalism and that it takes to basically be at the top, you know, at the top of the industry.
That is amazing. I mean, you just have a plethora of experience, and like to wish you all the best. Love you have back on and give us more stories and everything. What would you consider your most defining moment, or you could also give us your funniest moment you ever had? You
know what? First thing that comes to mind was my first show with the Jacksons. That was at that point in my career. You know, to that point, this was just a big moment in my career. We did a show in Japan in front of 26,000 people, and I hadn't been on a stage that size, you know, and at that point, and it was very revealing. It was a learning experience about myself. I got to learn a lot about myself through that experience, because even in sound check and when the moment came for me to take the stage and sing, you know, and dance with them and you know, being in the spotlight, I really didn't hesitate. There was never a nervous moment. It was like I'm ready for this, and so it was cool just to learn that about myself, that when the light shined the brightest, I was ready for that, and I enjoyed it. It was a moment I'll never forget.
It sounds like a great moment as well, too. And who do you consider your biggest influence in your career?
Well, my parents, my mom and my dad. They put me, they exposed me to so much great music, to everything that about myself that's engulfed in music starts with them.
That is amazing as well, too, and it's fantastic. What's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Well, if regardless of what you want to do with your life, I think you got to do whatever makes you happy, whatever drives you, whatever wakes you up in the morning, something that you can't stop thinking about. For me, it just, I don't even know what I would be doing if I wasn't doing music. I don't have a backup plan. This needed to work out, or I have no idea what I was gonna do. This is my calling. Mm-hmm. It's the only thing that I'm passionate about, and just whatever you do it at 100%. Give your all, give your all to it, and things are going to work out.
Yes, it is. That's great advice, too. And JP, just want to say a big thank you for your time. Once again, JP Castillo, Latin urban singer-songwriter out of Costa Rica, toured with J-Lo. And also forgot to ask you as well, too, what are your upcoming plans for 2020?
Well, I'm really, really excited about this year. I've been in and out of the studio a lot, writing a lot with my team, and collaborating with some amazing people out here in LA. And there's some really, really, I'm really, really excited about the music I'm working on. I'm shifting my sound a little bit. I'm rebranding a little bit, and giving my whole team and everybody working together. We're coming up with some music and some material that I'm very excited about, and that hopefully as soon as next month we'll start. God willing, we'll start putting things out, and I can't wait to see how people react.
That'd be fantastic. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, your website, how do people contact you, and where can people purchase or listen to your music?
Yeah, well, I'm on every major platform: Apple Music, Spotify, on all the digital music platforms, SoundCloud, and you all can connect with me. I love connecting with people. I love engaging. Answering questions and just engaging with my followers at JP Castillo Music on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere you on YouTube. You can see my videos, my music videos, and kind of keep up with me day to day on Instagram at JP Castillo Music. Definitely love to connect with people.
Sounds great. We'll look forward to doing that. JP, it's a big pleasure having you on. Thank you for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you on soon. And do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love to have you back on.
100%, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.